My mom was a world-class athlete. She was the captain of the U.S. women's lacrosse national team that won the World Cup in 1983. Growing up, it was always an honor to play for your country. So like I wore one of her old shirts under my jersey when I played soccer. My dad was a lacrosse player. He played lacrosse at F&M, and just I couldn't have grown up in a better environment, and they taught me everything. So I was very fortunate, obviously, to go to college and play squash. I'm a total sports junkie. And growing up, I remember saying I always wanted to play a professional sport, and that was the dream. And so my senior year, I was sitting down with my dad, and we were just talking. My dad is one of my heroes, and he said, well, what do you want to do? And I said, well, if it's all right with you. And I felt like I owed that to my parents in that they had given me and provided so much for me. They never pushed me to do anything. So we sit down and he said, well, what do you want to do? And I said, well, if it's all right with you, I want to play professional squash. And he goes, if it's all right with me. I said, yeah, it's all right with you. I feel like, you guys have provided me a lot, and, I just want to make sure. And he goes, Gil, if you don't do it now, you're never going to do it. And he goes, you can't go and work in a job and then say, oh, you don't like it, and come back to training. Like, you have to continue down this path that you're on. And I feel really lucky to be given that message, because it allowed me to chase after my dream. The first thing was chasing this dream to be a part of the U.S. national team, because that was what made my mom so happy. To be able to have that advice and say, hey, you got to go after it. You have to chase what you love, ultimately brought me to where I am now. And that advice, I always remember it like it was yesterday. And just the confidence that my parents had in me. There was never one moment when I was on tour, when I was losing money every year and I was living abroad, where they were like, okay, when is this going to end? That was never in question. And so that's something that I'll always appreciate from my parents, that support, because we live in a competitive world where the expectation is you go somewhere for an education. Okay, what are you going to make on the back end?